commanding officer, General Robert E. Lee, now calls us the Army of Northern Virginia. Under his leadership, we pushed the Yankees to Washington. Now we're going further. Lee says we can't afford to be idle, so we're pushing all the way into Maryland. The general thinks that Southern sympathizers here may rally to our cause. I just hope they have some food to share. The thrill of victory doesn't fill a soldier's stomach for very long. They say that if we can get a victory here in the North, the British and the French will recognize the Southern right to secede from the Union. It sounds a lot like politics to me, but right now we'll take all the help we can get.
And the first thing that the Confederates saw over that ridge were the flags of the Union troops. The next thing that popped up over the ridge were the blue forage caps, and then the heads under the forage caps, and then the blue shoulders appeared, and then the belt buckles. Finally, the entire body of the line of soldiers was right up there. The Confederates were forming up to make a counterattack into the cornfield. They came to this house, and one of the Confederate soldiers heard groans coming from the house. He was a little surprised by this, so he looked in the window and he saw wounded Union soldiers. So he threw his canteen into them, continued his attack into the cornfield, and maybe 15 minutes later, the Union Army was pushing the Confederates back, and the same Confederate soldier was now running back past the farmhouse, and he stopped at the house, poked his head in the window. He said, "Hey fellas, I'm on the retreat. I need my canteen back." And one of them tossed him the canteen, and he went on his way.
No ground won for either side. Too many dead to call this a victory. At least Lee was driven back across the river into Virginia. Europe won't recognize the Confederate States now. And one good thing happened. President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing all the slaves in the rebel states. Now there's a cause worth fighting for.